I don't know a lot about horses, but they sure are beautiful. It's so cool to see them this close.
Dude, I'll put you on a horse.
I ain't getting on no horse, Corey.
I think if you're alright.
Until I'm not. All right, so me and Corey are in the truck. We're gonna go to a skate park. It's Jamesburg Skate Park. We've been there before, but I think it could be fun, especially for me with my new ramp. So that's why we're gonna go cruise on over there right now. Corey's truck's broken. It's a little bit out of commission right now. Do you know what the problem is? Do you know what the issue is?
I need to do either a ball joint or a hub bearing.
Okay, so a hub bearing or a ball joint. He doesn't know which one. He's got to figure that one out. So I'm driving him around today. Keem picked him up. It's going to be fun. Yeah, chauffeur status. So we'll check in when we get to the skate park, and we can't find the address, so this is going to be hard. Describe the skate park in few words.
Well, when we were on our way here trying to find it, I just typed it in, and the video that you actually filmed here said worst skate park ever. So that was that was my first. I don't even know the word because I'm so dumbfounded by this place. But hey, we're gonna have a good time.
What's up?
I'll subscribe if you guys have a YouTube.
I do have a YouTube.
What is it?
It's my name, Scotty Kramer.
Okay, I'll look it.
You know this guy with the bike? Is he any good?
I do not know him.
You don't know him? He looks fast.
Oh, Kyle!
Oh, you do know Kyle.
Oh, yeah, that's my friend.
Alright, cool.
Oh, you got a lot of subscribers.
I got a decent amount of subscribers.
Alright, I subscribed to you.
Now I got one more. I appreciate that. So a lot of kids just singing and riding scooters and sandals and stuff. This is awesome. I did some cool stuff here before. I jumped over that fence. That was kind of cool. And Corey's gonna be the all-star today. You're waiting for this, right?
Yeah.
He's the real deal. This guy's seriously good, man. Like I'm washed up. I'm a has-been. This guy though, he's in his prime, man. You're just wait. First thing you're gonna do, don't touch any ramps. I want you to do like a jackhammer air in front of that kid on that quarter pipe. I think he's going to freak out. He's gonna be like, oh my god. All right, you don't have to go crazy high. Just
air the quarter.
Yeah, just air the quarter.
I've never touched before. I don't know what it feels like. I don't know the steepness.
It looks pretty good though. If you do a tail whip though, he is gonna have a heart attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So now we're all right. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
The quarter that you've never touched.
Yeah, just do a tail whip, man. I got this.
No, there's no way. That's insane.
You think you can make it up and over with the BYR?
Yeah, I mean.
Because I'm gonna try it next.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, dude, that was sick. Can you ice grind that on my bike?
What?
Can you ice grind that on my bike?
I mean, I try. It's just hard with these baby bars.
Funny. Ooh. Yeah. So I'm gonna actually use this ramp right here. I'm gonna gap off the side of it, and I'm gonna do it to flat first, and I'm gonna figure out where I would land technically, and then I'm gonna put the BYOR there, so it's gonna be like a gap to the landing, which would be pretty cool. Definitely a huge gap, but it'll be cool to actually jump into something. Arguably the worst skate park ever. Porta-John, 10 out of 10 though. This one's nice, man. Whoever they're using, Maple Shade's got to get their number and clean up their situation over there. Woo, that was good. That's a small railing, huh?
Yeah. Better than nothing.
He's gonna do a flare?
I think the secret's out of the bag. You think he's gonna do it?
I think he got it.
You do think he has it?
Yeah.
Okay, he's got faith in you. Do you think you have it?
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I think you do.
You just did a triple tail whip onto that.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, a triple whip compared to a flare ain't nothing.
Please don't do that again.
Very eventful day here at Jamesburg. It's fun hanging out with the kids, man. Just seeing how they react to everything is pretty cool. Thinking back to when I was a kid, I would pretty much lost it if people came here doing tricks like that. So I think it's pretty cool to see, man. It really is. I'm actually gonna be doing something pretty cool tomorrow. I'm gonna be meeting up with someone that I haven't seen in a little while, and we're gonna catch up with him, and I think you guys are really gonna get a kick out of this. So we are here at Englishtown Raceway Park, and that pretty much only means one thing. We're gonna be meeting up with Big Rick right now. Haven't seen Ricky in a long time, and we have a lot to talk about. Dude, what
up?
is going on?
What's
Rick?
going on? It's good to be back on the channel. It's been a while, guys.
Tell us about this beautiful car that's behind
Man,
you, man.
this thing, I love this car, man. This is like the first time I've had a car that's like good. And not to say that the one you sold me was bad, but probably about a year after you sold it to me, it really started to go down the hill. But this car is a bad unit, man.
So quick breakdown, what is this car exactly?
So this is a 96 Nissan 240SX, it's an S14. It's got an S15 rear conversion on it. It's got a built 2J motor in it. It's got a G-Force 4-speed transmission in it. Quick change rear end, basically everything I need to go as fast as I possibly can and compete at the highest level that I can, which is amazing.
Dude, this 2JZ is serious, man. I've seen the videos of you driving this thing, and it sounds unbelievable.
I mean, is
this your dream, like right here? Like,
this is it, man. This is like the most reliability. It's at 8,200 RPMs, man. It's 750 horsepower. Branger's Racing built me an incredible short block for this thing they sent to me, and it's handled every bit of abuse I could throw at it. Putting nitrous in it next week, so that's even more abuse we're gonna throw at it. Probably 20 hours of dyno time on this thing so far, and a couple events, and I haven't had not one engine hiccup yet, and it's been incredible. With the Haltech ECU stuff on there, you know, Kevin from Go Lab Works sent me that turbo because I needed one when I was on the dyno last minute, and everything's just been, it's been incredible. I can't thank everyone enough. Fuel Injector Clinic, all those guys, they sent me injectors, and they hit me up all the time, making sure everything's running smooth, and it's great. No problems yet, so as long as it's no problems, we're gonna leave her together and just keep abusing it.
So besides having an amazing power plant inside that thing, you need to have a lot of other things to make a drift car as competitive as you're trying to make it.
You need to have a ton of grip, and you need to have a ton of angle. And to do that, I have BC Racing coilovers on this, the ER series, which they sent me, and they're custom valved in my car, and they are phenomenal. And then I have the FDF grip kit in the rear and angle kit in the front, and that's my boy Josiah out of Canada. His angle kit and grip kit has been insane. I haven't had any issues yet. It's buttery smooth in the steering. Usually you put an angle kit in the car and you kind of have some notchiness or the steering wheel gets stuck. This thing feels stock but just has insane angle and pulls me through anything I need to get through.
So Ricky is now competing Formula Drift. He is Pro 2. So it's Pro 2, Pro 1, right?
Yep, that's it.
And the goal is to get a certain placing this year, and then you could potentially make it in the Pro 1.
If I place top 8 in the overall Pro 2, I can make the jump to Pro 1 next year.
That's awesome. And currently you're at what placing points?
I'm currently tied for like 12th, but it's only 16 points separating from us to 8th place, which is nuts.
And you have 2 more...
2 more rounds.
Wow. So my question is there rules for like tires when you're competing?
Yeah, so in Pro 2, we need to be on, the biggest tire we can be on, it's a 255/35 R18 Achilles. That's what the whole entire field runs, so it's even all the way around, which is great. Tire Stacks, which is my biggest sponsor for the year this year, they are handling tire services and getting tires for for half the Pro 2 field, which is great. And they've been hooking me up like crazy, so whenever I need to practice, they have tires for me. I show up to the event, tires are waiting there for me. You know, he supplies, like I said, half the Pro 2 field with tires. He does all of GT Radio and Pro 1, and he supports us to the moon and back. Like at the first round, he had a barbecue pit there, and he was giving all the drivers barbecue, and it was crazy. Anyone who came over and got tires, got a little barbecue. Like, how can you go wrong with that at a track? That's crazy. So I'm super thankful for him. He like hooks me up with Airbnbs and the rental cars, and he takes a lot of the stress away from going out and doing this.
That's great, man. It's awesome having cool sponsors like that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's right, guys. Check it out. The website's there. So when it comes to the interior, what has to be done to the car to make it, you know, certified to be in Pro 2?
I mean, you want to keep everything as simple as possible, because if you need to work on, man, there's a lot of bugs in here. You need to keep everything as simple as possible, because if you need to work on something, you only get 5 minutes to fix it. So a lot of people look at the car and they're like, wow, there's a lot of exposed stuff, but it's all exposed for a reason, so we can get to it. Like all my like master cylinder stuff, the e-brakes right here, the shifter, a couple bolts, this comes up, I can access my shifter assembly, fuse boxes right here, ECU's right there, displays right there. Like nothing is hidden away for a reason, because we need to work on this car. This car needs to be maintained almost every single event and during the event, which is crazy, but otherwise not too crazy. E-brake, lock the rear wheels up, my 4-speed shifter right here. That's it for shifting. Super simple. FDF in Canada, they're the guys that supply me with my angle kit and grip kit. They did my roll cage for me, and the thing came out crazy. He's like, how much room do you want in your car? I'm like, as much room as I can get. So he gave me this, he calls it a bathtub, because it's on this side and that side.
That's cool how it's like pushed out, right?
So you cut the door skins out, you shut the door, plenty of elbow room in here. You're not hitting your arm on anything when you're on the wheel, which is great.
So FDF is the real deal, huh?
Oh man, those dudes are awesome up in Canada. They do some crazy fabrication work. They have angle kits and grip kits for like, don't quote me on this, I want to say it's like 23 different cars and chassis, which is insane because their garage is only a little bit bigger than the garage at my house.
That's so cool.
They're so good too, and Josiah is such a good driver too, and really one of the reasons why I got the sponsorship is because I technically beat him at US Drift last year. We got talking at the event. He came up to me and we were just, just talking about next year, and I was like, listen, well, I kind of beat you, so you should sponsor me. And he basically was like, yeah. I was like, wow, that was the easy sponsorship I got so far.
Man,
and
that's amazing, man. What I love about this too is it's such a clean interior for a Ricky car. This is just crazy. I'm just not used to seeing this, man. Moving on to the back of the car, the first thing that everybody's gonna notice is that you have half of a rear windshield. What's going on here?
Well, I gotta get air to this rear radiator.
So you don't have a radiator in the front. It's only in the back of the car.
It's only back here. It puts more weight back here. It also gives me help for if I get into a front end collision, I don't have to fix a radiator in 5 minutes. It's all contained back here within its own little roll cage for that. And yeah, it just works great.
So back here you have the fuel setup?
I got a fuel setup back here.
How many gallons is that?
This is a 10-gallon Pyrotech fuel cell with foam. So it's probably like 8.5 gallons overall, only because the foam does take up some space, but it's all FIA rated, super safe, everything I need. It's got an internal surge tank. There's 3 fuel pumps inside of there. So the first thing I noticed about this car that's different than normal Ricky cars is it's got majority of the panels, besides one. You had a little situation when you were in Washington, huh? Why don't you tell everybody about it? So Washington track is insane, and the first turn of Seattle, Washington in Moreau is a huge sweeping bank. I'm not too sure the exact distance of it, but it's the biggest turn in FD, and the outer zone is the rear wall. So you get up to it, you touch it, you come off. Well, I might have gotten into it a little bit too much. Bumper was hanging off. Then coming down, transferring into infield, my bumper was hanging off. I hit a clipping point with it, which really just sent the bumper for a ride. It's still together, but it's broken. It doesn't really mount up to the mounting tabs I have on the rear dash bar anymore. So I got the bumper out getting fixed, but normally Drift HQ sits right about here on the rear bumper. A nice big logo right here says Drift HQ. But those dudes are awesome.
It's been the biggest learning curve, the hard part about transitioning.
Learning new tracks in a very short amount of time. So we only have about 2.5 to 3 hours of practice at a track before we go compete. That sounds like a lot until you put 30 of us on the track and we're spinning out and we're breaking parts and we're trying new stuff and the track's got to get reset up when we go off track.
How many runs are you actually getting in practice?
I'm probably going through maybe 6 tires, so 12 laps.
Yeah.
In practice.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So and then right after that, you're expected to go out and give it your all. So you really got to practice hard. Try to dial the car setup in very quickly and then go out there and get involved. So I have a lot of people to help me with that. Guys from other teams that help me, I call them like, hey man, like what mile an hour did you target? What wheel speed did you target last year at this track? And then they'll let me know, oh, it was 145 miles an hour.
Wow.
So I get a gear that's set for about 145 mile an hour, put it in a car, go out there, and that's what I'll start with, and we'll just see how it goes from there.
That is so crazy, man. I am so psyched that you are living your dream right now.
Oh, it's just it's such like a little kid dream. It's crazy.
The dream looks good, dude.
We're here.
I can't believe how nice your car is. Dude.
Every single name on this car has helped me out in way more ways than just one way of supplying me with a part, whether it's getting it to me earlier than I need it, getting it to me on time, tire sexing me tires. Taylor, she came out, she wrapped the car overnight after working during all day long just so I can go to Seattle with something on the car. Haul Tech with all their ECU stuff and their ignition stuff.
Yeah. From when I was back in the car scene, man, they were the
They still are.
As good as it gets.
They're still the guys right there. You're East Coast Drift School up there. I got them on the front bumper. And
oh, how could you not? How could you not? There's Chris right there.
Yeah, he supplies with this.
Wave hi, Chris.
Oh, I'm right here. Hi.
Cleo. This guy right here is an animal.
So he's not really inside the car?
He's not, well, his tune is inside the car, and he's an animal. I had a minor breaking up issue in Seattle, and I called him and I sent him data logs, and he called me. He's like, turn your computer on, download this thing. So I download all this stuff like that, and while I was in a driver's meeting, him and Gio were running around the car, and he was making tune adjustments in the car.
Jeez, man, it's wild the stuff that you have to go through to get this happening, man.
It's not just me. I have a full team behind me. Like Chris is my spotter. Gary and Gio help me put the car together. Cleo tunes the car, doesn't matter what time. We were on the dyno with this thing all night, tuning the car, changing turbos. Rich from Precision lets me use his dyno. Kevin from Labworks gives me a turbo and lets me use his dyno. Like, it's not just me. If you need to have a good, solid team behind you to have a shot at this. Because I'm telling you, if I had to do all this by myself, I would be a stressed out lunatic.
I don't think the car would be here.
Dude, man, it would be bad. Like, Gary opened his house to me. Like, he just moved into a house with his girlfriend, and they have a nice garage where we built this car. And I was sleeping there. His girlfriend was making us dinner. Like, everything was just so awesome the way it just worked out so well. I couldn't be happier.
So right now Ricky is going to be switching out the tires, and he's actually going to do a lap for us. This is going to be sick. This car sounds amazing. Coolest sounding car I've ever heard. I love this thing, and I haven't seen it in person. I've only seen it in videos. So we have this perfect track here. This is the FD track here at Englishtown. It's brand new. It's an awesome figure 8, and Ricky is going to tear it up right now. So I'm going to go get into place, and we're going to get this going. Successful day out here testing the car, man. That's crazy. That's a lot of rubber just comes off. So Rick, man, I'm so psyched for you, and I'm excited to see what happens next, man. When's your next event?
Texas. I leave the end of the month, and I'm going to Fort Worth, Texas for Formula Drift Round 3. And I'm super excited. I'm going to turn the car up. We're going to put the nitrous on it. I'm going to throw more power at it. I'm going to put more grip in it, and that track should be flat and huge and big sweeping turns, and that's what I'm excited for, man. I can't wait to go rip.
Best of luck, Rick.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for letting us come out today and experience this thing.
No problem.
What an awesome day catching up with Ricky and checking out his new car. If you guys want to follow his drift journey, he posts up on his Instagram every time he goes out, so make sure you guys follow that one. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and until next time, remember to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching. Peace.